We are aware that something larger is at work. There's some sort of agenda going on, but let's focus on something that affects every aspect of our economy. It has an impact on you every day. It affects everything and how it gets to where it needs to go, so the actions we're seeing seem very deliberate, because I don't have any other explanation than the timeline of these things happening. Diesel prices have reached an all-time high, and we already know that gas prices are rising and will continue to do so, but diesel affects everything. Diesel is required for farm equipment, truckers, and everything else that needs to get to the store. All of the food that has grown necessitates the use of diesel. As a result, this will have an impact on almost every aspect of our lives. Do you remember when we were transitioning to a new leader and the Keystone Pipeline was shut down? That just got the ball rolling, but now something has happened that is becoming deliberate. This is just to demonstrate that this has been going on for a long time and that we are now at a tipping point. We've had the Energy Secretary laughing about high gas prices for Americans and simply saying, "I wish I could do something, but I can't, sorry," before bragging about how it'll be used to wean people off of gasoline. So I don't see how this can't be intentional. Our beloved leaders, they are closing down oil and gas leases in Alaska and the Gulf of Mexico, our two largest oil reserves. So, just as diesel prices reach an all-time high, we are shutting down domestic oil production. I've even seen articles warning of potential diesel shortages. So not only are there record diesel prices, but there are also record diesel shortages, which will devastate farmers, truckers, and all large machinery that runs the economy and the world on diesel planes. All of this is derived from diesel. Guys, this is a shutdown. This is not how you do it. This is not the best way to persuade people. It is simply forced. The government is forcing industries to close and halting production of critical resources that we require right now. We've been releasing historically large amounts of oil from our reserves. The country has oil and gas reserves for emergency use, primarily for military purposes. We've been draining and draining these reserves in case of an emergency, and it hasn't made a difference. In case of an emergency where we can't drill anymore, or we need this massive amount of oil right away to fill tanks, ships, planes, and all of these different things. Why are we depleting our resources? Not to mention all the other shortages involving parts for our military, as well as chips and other similar items, which could start affecting them as well, so we're being left in the dust on all fronts. I hate to say it, but we're being abandoned out there with no one to help us, and our leaders are laughing at us. This is terrible. Some people spend more money driving to work than they make, or they take a large chunk of their paycheck just to get to work. And we've been told that we don't want gasoline engines anymore, we don't want gas cars, we want you to have electric cars that can only travel X amount of miles, so it's all controlled. You can't simply put a large gas tank in the back of your truck and drive for 20 hours without stopping. It's going to be you can only drive 3, 6, or whatever hours they decide. I'm not sure what we can do to prevent this because, for example, we can grow our own food, plant a garden, buy food now to hedge against inflation, and cut back, but we can't really do much about gas prices. If you have to drive X number of miles to work every day and your car only gets X number of miles per gallon, there isn't much you can do to save money. I guess they want us to stay at home all day and not go anywhere or do anything. Make certain that you are receiving your preparations. Please let me know what the prices are in your state or area. I'm aware that it varies across the country. I've seen truckers all over saying the diesel prices, and every time they say it, it's like insane. Like, how are they supposed to pay this $6 somewhere is almost $7 for a gallon of diesel gas? That's just ridiculous. For more such informative videos, subscribe to our channel and like the video. See you in the next video.